Welcome back to the Skyfall session. So, something very interesting happened on CNN recently with a host. Let's get into exactly what that was.
CNN just took a panelist off of their show on live TV after they made a racist comment and threatened the life of another panelist. And I'm going to show you that moment in just a moment. But first, here is the moment where they announced that they were kicking him off of the show, this MAGA stooge.
Address what happened in the last segment. And first, I want to apologize to Medhi Hasan for what was said at this table. It was completely unacceptable. When we get this discussion started, you'll see that Ryan is not at the table. There is a line that was crossed there, and it's not acceptable to me. It's not acceptable to us at this network. We want discussion. We want people who disagree with each other to talk to each other. But when you cross the line of a complete lack of civility, that is not going to happen here on this show. It's a heated time. We're in the middle of a political season. We are 8 days from a presidential election. But we can have conversations about what is happening in this country without resorting to the lowest of the lowest kind of discourse. Want to address that, and I want to apologize to the viewers at home. Because we want to be able to hear each other, we want to be able to talk to each other, and we plan to do that in this next segment.
So she explained it pretty well there. There needs to be a certain level of civility in any discussion. And I believe what the last 8 years has done with Trump being involved in the kind of rhetoric that he's brought in and the kind of nonsense and divisiveness that he's allowed, people think that they can just do or say anything. And that's why he's got to go.
Man, so this is all because of Donald Trump. Let's just put it out there. This is all because of Donald Trump. I'm going to show you that moment in just a minute. But Donald Trump is the reason why people feel like they can say these things with their whole chest. And what I want you to pay attention to when you're watching this moment is how, because not everyone is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a narcissist, sociopath. He does not feel feelings like you and I do. He can say the things that are in his head without fear of consequence or embarrassment. And it makes people feel like they can do that for themselves in their own lives, and none of it matters. Mm-hmm. But this man, Ryan, said something inexcusable, and you can tell that he felt bad about it, and he felt ashamed. But in MAGA, you can't feel that way and also act the way that you're supposed to. It's incongruent. So here is that moment.
If you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing.
You're called an
You've
been called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people would sit there and no, by me, I never called you an anti-Semite. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. So I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
you just say I should die.
You should not.
No,
did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did your guest just say I should be killed on live TV?
I said,
guys, let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
Stop that right now.
Of the Palestinians.
I'm going to pause for just a second because I didn't realize it was that bad. That was really, really bad.
Hamas?
Guys, let me
I said Palestinians.
Are you?
Am I what? No, of course I'm not.
Are
you a racist, violent person inciting violence against
Ryan,
That's disgusting.
that is completely.
No, I apologize.
Good job, CNN. Let's have first block say the Muslim guy should be blown up.
I apologize.
On TV.
Don't say then I apologize. You literally.
I thought you said Hamas.
You didn't think I said Hamas.
No,
I said I supported Palestinian rights.
Yes, I did.
Why? Because when you hear
What's funny is Rudy
Giuliani
Giuliani said this yesterday, so you're a great guest to be here. To defend Rudy Giuliani.
I wasn't going to entertain nonsense today, and so at this point,
this is what we're in now. This is America in 2024.
Here's what I will say.
Forget the racism.
That's right.
It's I should
That's
die.
Right.
I didn't say that. You
said,
die.
what does beeper mean? Don't give me your fake.
I did not say you should die.
Why did you say with my beeper?
So what did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
So what did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
Wow.
No, you didn't. You said, I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
Ryan, stop talking.
At least have the guts to support your race.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this happen on CNN, much less any other news show. And that's the state of where we are in the country. That's how I'll say that. I'll let Keith continue.
All right, before this goes on, I want you to have context about what that means. For those who don't know, Israel's military, I believe they're called the IDF, did this covert operation against terrorists in the Middle East. I'm sorry if I'm not getting this 100% right on like the specifics of who they are and what it is, but I do know what happened. They were able to make these beepers that had bombs in them that they could detonate remotely. And so all of these terrorists, I believe they would call them terrorists. And if I'm sorry, if I'm so not in my element when it comes to politics outside of this country, but those people who had the beepers, they went off and they died.
I have a little bit more context on that. So I'm ex-military. So better context. Usually cell phones, beepers, anything with a simple signal can be used to remotely detonate bombs, right? It's the simplest way to do it. And if you're not jamming on a particular frequency, then those bombs will go off. So, for example, in the military, there's certain frequencies where we have jammers run all the time when we're in areas where we think terrorists might be to stop things like that from happening. But if those frequencies aren't being jammed, then technically, yes, a simple signal could be sent to set up a bomb.
And so that's what this man said to Medhi Hasan is, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. Meaning, you know, I hope you don't die. It's outrageous. All right, let's just keep going.
Sorry,
Hang on.
I'm so sorry.
Gotta bring it back.
This is why yesterday's rally was disgusting.
Don't call us Nazis, but I'm going to threaten the brown guys, the terrorists, and kill him.
Because I didn't ever say Donald Trump was Hitler. Man. But do you know who stood on a stage yesterday and said, I want to come to the Nazi rally? I don't have to make up words and call you something. You're saying it for yourself. And what you just said
Kamala
right
Harris
here,
is a pimp.
apologize, but I will tell you, I don't accept that apology, and you didn't even say it to
fine.
me.
I didn't say
that
it to
was
you.
disgusting. But I can be offended when you don't even say it to me. I'm not Puerto Rican, but I was offended by what he said yesterday. And I'm offended that the former president and potentially future president would allow it and go for 12 hours and not say, I don't care. Because you know what? When Kamala Harris put out statements about switching of opinions, it wasn't good enough for Republicans.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you said it.
Why don't you take this back a little? If you don't want to...
So, a lot going on there, but just check out that guy one last time. Like, he is so, first off, he's so confident.
Yeah,
and then he says
I hope
a
your beeper
thing.
doesn't go off. The thing is
Did
that
you just say I should die?
You should not.
No, I
Did
said,
you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did you just say I should be killed on live TV?
I said I hope
Guys,
you're...
let me just stop.
You said you hope my
Let me
beeper
stop
doesn't go off.
Stop that right now.
Of the Palestinians.
Hamas.
Absolutely
Guys,
insane.
let me just
Palestinians.
And then he's
But do you know who stood on a stage
shame
yesterday
dog.
and said, I want to come to the Nazi rally? I don't have to make up words and call you something. You're saying it for yourself. And what you just said
Kamala
right
Harris
here,
is a pimp.
apologize, but I will tell you, I don't accept that apology, and you didn't even say it to me.
I didn't say it
that
to you.
was disgusting.
And what they're referring to before this is when they're calling the Nazi rally is the rally that Trump just did in Madison Square Garden, in which he brought literal racists up on stage to spew racist, put hate and racist anger, to put out hateful and racist remarks. Meanwhile, if you put that next to what Kamala Harris does, she's doing nothing but spreading unity and saying that Trump's got to go because the hate's got to go.
But I can be...
Man, I mean, he is never going to be on that show again. That is for sure. And good. But like I said, this is because of Donald Trump that these folks feel like they just have the ability to say this whenever, to whoever and whenever they want. And I hope that on November 5th, we can end this for once and for all. We can, as Kamala Harris says, turn the page. And I have some amazing early voting data. You know I love this early voting data, baby. All right, let's look at this.
I know he's about to go over some polls, but guys, please don't go too crazy over polls. Just get out there and vote. All right. No matter what, not saying he's going to say anything wrong, but just remember polls, they fluctuate all the time. What matters the most is that you get out there and vote.
Michigan. Look at that. 11 points higher female versus male. Now, some of you might be Keith.
Numbers,
now, isn't that typical of early voting at this time? Well, Michigan has never given us early voting data before. So this is the first time. But we do have what the gender gap was in 2016 and 2020 when the final votes were cast. In 2016, the gender gap was 52 to 48. Who won that? Trump won Michigan by 11,000 votes. In 2020, 54 to 46, with Biden winning the state by 158,000 votes. That's 54% of women voted versus 46% of men. Biden won. So my guess would be that this will maintain. It might go up or down a little bit. This is a much higher gap than we've ever seen before. And polling has shown that women are overwhelmingly breaking for men. So women are overwhelmingly breaking for Kamala. So women are breaking for Kamala. They're voting more. And men are breaking for Trump and they're voting less. Take that for what you will. So sorry for the lack of updates the past couple of days. I just kind of wanted to take a little break before we...
Yeah, let's go ahead and end it right there. But I mean, you could see right there, Trump has got to go because people doing the things that they did, like in that CNN conversation, it's because they've been enabled. They've been allowed to say these hateful things. And it's just got to stop. We should be a country of love, unity, peace, and helping people with their material needs. I don't understand all of this stuff of giving tax cuts to the richest corporations, spewing racism, and then talking about mass deporting people. Like we've really, like Kamala said, we got to turn the page. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you can, please like and subscribe like usual. I am over 100 subscribers now. I'm trying to make those numbers go up. It's a slow and steady race, but hey, I'm only a month in, so we'll see what happens over the course of the next few months. Who knows? Anyways, catch you guys next time. Peace.